What's up, guys? It's over is Gamer Go back with another big video for you guys. So we are back with the top 5s and top 10s, and on this one, top 10 best Fear the Walking Dead characters is the next one that got voted. I appreciate the support in the top 5 worst. Again, if you guys want to put your top 5 worst in the comment section of that video, definitely feel free to do so. And I appreciate the new likes on it as well. It got 6 likes, so I do appreciate that. If you could, smash the like button on this video. This is going to be, again, my top 10 best Fear the Walking Dead characters from Season 1 to Season 8. So this is all the characters in between, far and beyond. All of them that were in this whole series, from beginning to end, whether they died early on or made it all the way to the end. Either way, this is it right here. So definitely smash a like. I would appreciate it very much. The likes, it really show the support and everything like that for me to keep doing these for the Walking Dead universe / franchise. So remember, this is my top 10. Your top 10 could be severely different. And some of you might be a little bit more like, what the hell, you know, where's Madison and all that. and all that, because you're going to figure out as I go through this list, you're going to know that she ain't there. And a lot of these Clarks are not really there. Mainly Madison, and obviously Alicia you already saw. Some would totally disagree 100%, and again, I can fully respect that. If you don't agree, you don't agree. If you think my list is trash, whatever. I honestly, I don't care, quite frankly, because I know some people take it too cold-heartedly. Listen, as I mentioned before, Season 1 through 3 only does so good for certain characters, and it only could do so much. It don't mean everything. If you just want me to base off Season 1 through 3, those characters are tremendously going to be high on that list. And I mean tremendously. But when you butcher a character and make me not give a shit, especially on seasons, you know, season after season, and they're trash, they're shit, the writing is garbage, etc., etc., I don't care what the justification is. Well, it's not their fault, this and that. It doesn't matter. The writing is still shit. It's still bad. They are garbage. I don't like them because they are shit in that time period or during that whole time. You know, I don't care whether it's the writer's fault or the actor's fault. It doesn't matter to me. If you make me not give a shit about the character, I'm not going to give a flying frick about that character pretty much overall. You know, obviously there's still going to be, you know, there's still going to be some direness to it because Season 1 through 3, depending on how I like the character at that point, you know, will reflect. It will be, you know, that character may potentially be lower or higher, whatever the case may be, in that circumstance. But again, when you butcher a character, it ruins it. It completely ruins it. And there really is no redemption on that. And with these freaking writers, there ain't gonna be. So just keep that in mind. You know what I mean? Again, respect your opinion if you think differently. But like for me with Alicia, I didn't really give a shit about her in the first 3 seasons of Fear. She was okay at best for me. Nothing to really brag about. You know, pretty, don't get me wrong. But she had some she had some decent moments here and there. But those last few seasons, she was god-awful. And nah, she don't cut it for me. Alright, she completely ruined it for me from then on, and I don't even give a shit to see her again. Honestly. I'm the same with Madison. Madison did the same thing for me. Completely ruined it for me. And that's both the writing and her acting. At least in that final season. I'm not saying that she's a bad actor, but in that final season, it just was cringe and shit all the way through. It really was. So it made me not give a shit about the character. But in Season 1 through 3, you know, which if you guys want me to do a top 5 and all that good stuff, in those seasons, just those seasons alone, oh, you're going to see a big list difference in terms of those characters. Big difference. And it's just going to tell you why that I separate the two, because 4 through 8 fucking destroyed everything, practically. Pretty much. But nonetheless, smash that subscribe button if you guys are new. Would appreciate it. Pearl over his army, more fire content like this in the future. Hit the bell, make it ding, be notified when I do upload more videos like this or go live on the channel. That'd be awesome. And all my social media, X, Instagram, Discord, links are in the description, as well as True Social. Check them all out, would appreciate it. My second channel, Over His Reviews, and my Twitch channel, Over His Gamer, are also down there, so check them out as well. Of course, if you want to check out my top 5 worst, I'll leave the link in the description. You guys could jump right to that video if you haven't seen it. I definitely recommend you check it out. But we got our Grimes shirt here. You already know. You're going to be seeing this for a lot of Thursday streams and stuff like that, because we got The Ones Who Live. It's coming right up. I wanted to quickly mention before we get into it that I apologize for that glitch there with the Alicia number 3 still appearing afterwards. It shouldn't have, and I don't know what happened there. I don't know if that was on the video editor or if that was on YouTube being gay. I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to try to make sure that there's none of those glitches in this video. I'm going to try my best, but do know that things get a little bit buggy, and they do it randomly. You know, I'd be in the editor and everything looks good, hit the save button, and then rewatch it again and zoom through it, and then things would be, you know what I mean, wishy-washy. So I'm going to try to watch out for it and make sure everything is good and clean, so that way then videos going forward hopefully won't be that case. But just keep that in mind. It was a glitch. That was not supposed to happen. But anyways, let's get further ado. My top 10. I'm going to start with 10. So keep that in mind. I'm going to start from the bottom, work my way up. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, so here we are. We are back. Excuse me. With our top 10 best Fear the Walking Dead characters from season 1 to season 8. In my personal opinion, I'm curious on what your guys' is, so definitely please let me know in the comment section below. What is your top 10? I want to see. I'll definitely heart, comment, like, all that good stuff. We'll have a conversation down there in the comment section below. Feel free, share me what you feel, and let me know. I fully respect everybody's opinion here. Like I said, this is how I feel, and this is what the characters I enjoyed and like with how everything ended up. Now, again, some of these characters went up higher in the list. You know what I mean? A few of them in particular, you know what I mean? But when they got a little bit on the side with their writing, at least one in particular, I think the rest are pretty much good. Maybe there might be one other that, you know, might have went higher or whatever like that. But pretty much where they're at is where they're at. And I wouldn't change it for the most part. There is one, maybe two that I might like swap type of thing, up one or something like that. So keep that in mind. And I'll definitely make that prominent as I go. But I'm going to start with number 10, and I'm curious what you guys think. It's going to be June Doherty. My number 10. My top 10 best character of Fear the Walking Dead. Now, might be yours, might not be. This one's a little bit interesting because June's character can be good at times and can be not so good. She has her moments and she doesn't. I would say overall, I think I enjoyed her character more than most, if you know what I mean. And this was kind of hard to say because, you know, you have Wendell and you have Sarah's character, and I didn't mind their characters either, but I think I enjoyed June's character a little bit more than theirs. You know, because again, with her strong episodes, I liked her a lot in those strong episodes. You know, she definitely had weak ones for sure, but I put her in the number 10 because I think I just enjoyed her more overall rather than not. So that's kind of where I'm at with her character. Again, very curious what you guys think. But that is kind of where I'm at with her character. Alrighty, so that was my number 10. Again, curious what you guys think. I'd be curious to see what your top 10 is. We're just going to kind of keep cruising on from here and on out. Now this one and the one above it, I could potentially swap. And I'd be curious to see if you would do the same. But let me know. Coming in my number 9 spot, here we have Teddy. So Teddy's from Fear the Walking Dead season 6, and he was with the nuke. So setting off the nuke, which he did, and it did actually go off, which was very interesting, I will say nonetheless. But he is my number 9 because of his funniness. He was entertaining on screen, without a question. And I have to admit, he was a character that I did like. And I was digging as a very interesting villain. He was just crazy. You know, you just couldn't really predict him. He didn't really care about getting shot or killed. That didn't bother him because, you know, he's just like, well, I'll just become soil in the dirt. And somebody else will take my place and you will proceed. So I thought that was hilarious. Again, he had so many funny lines. His actor was really good.
Seems hard to do when you're on the end of my shotgun.
And I mean, I just enjoyed his character on the screen.
But most of them are dead.
And that's why I put him at my number 9.
And the ones that are,
I liked him. The character was
like
good.
bottom
The actor did very good for the time he was on. And he's definitely up there with one of the best villains that Fear the Walking Dead has. I have to give credit where credit's due. His character was good. So I'll be curious to see what your guys' number 9s are. Number 8. It's going to be Sherry. So this is where 8 and 9 I could flip-flop because, you know, potentially, but I think I like it where it's at, number 8 being Sherry. Because I previously had Teddy on number 8 and Sherry on number 9. But overall, I think I enjoyed Sherry's character a lot more than Teddy. And she's been around a lot longer, of course. Where... you know, she's been around a lot more longer than Teddy. Teddy, we only got like half a season with him, so if that even. So, but yeah, I think I did enjoy Sherry's character. I'm curious what your number 8 is. But that is my number 8. I liked her character. In the beginning, she was a little bit on the rough side, but as she grew and then eventually found Dwight, and then that kind of relationship kind of unfolded, it then made me start to like her character, and she became very likable after that. She became badass at moments, badass at times, and her writing was pretty good. I mean, it was iffy here and there, you know what I mean? Little nicks here and there, and little nitpicks type of thing. Very minor. But overall, I thought her character was pretty good. So I'd put her in number 8. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got to say on her. I thought she was solid. So, coming in at number 7, we have Walker from Fear the OG seasons. You already know. Calda Walker, I believe. If I could be saying that wrong, so correct me if I am. That's why I'm just going by Walker. So I like this character. I thought this character was very good. Helped out the group in the end of season 3, especially. I remember that when he was up on the hill and he helped try to kill some of the proctors with the dam going on, and helping my man Nick over there, helping him out. And I believe he had to deal with a little bit of the ranch as well, if I'm not mistaken. And again, a little bit fuzzy on that. Do keep in mind, I'm going off memory here. But I like this character. I thought his character was very good. He was a good character, very well written. He was interesting. He was well played out, and I thought he was a badass to a degree. Yeah, I mean, it's not too much to say on it. I thought he did very good. The actor did very good for sure. And I liked his character on screen. I don't think he died, so it would have been nice to see him again. Obviously not from these shitty showrunners, but you know, in the universe as a whole, if he ever came back, that'd be awesome, for sure. But yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Cruising along here, we got number 6, John Dory. I put him at number 6. Now, some of you might be a little bit irritated on why he may not be higher on the list. Well, you're going to find out when I get to these characters on why he isn't. But John Dory, I have to give credit where credit's due. Again, just like Teddy, a very well put together character. Now, this is one thing I will give the dweebs credit for making a good character. John Dory was freaking awesome. He was badass. His character overall was likable from the very beginning of his introduction to pretty much the very end. I would say him trying to off himself, I thought that was a bit off character. It didn't feel like him to me, at least not in that aspect. And his death kind of synced me for his character, just a smidge. I thought it was shitty. It was a shitty way to go. And I did not like Dakota doing that. That was a shit death. But I understood. The actor wanted to leave to do better things. Understandable. I just wish he had a better death. But yeah, his character was great. Very well written. Obviously, with June Dory. That's why she had that name. Married to June. And I liked that relationship. It was a good relationship. They worked really well together. But yeah, John Dory's character, freaking awesome. Freaking awesome. Loved his character, and he did very well for the time that he was on. He made, and he definitely had a big fan base watching him as well, because there was a lot of people that liked his character. And when he got killed off, a lot of people ditched because of that. A couple 100,000, if I'm not mistaken. So, there was a lot of big fans of his character. And rightfully so. He was really well written, and he was good all around. So yeah, so that's my number 6 spot. That's why I put him there. Coming at number 5. Might shock some people, but here's my reasonings. Number 5 is going to be Troy. Troy Otto. You already know. The man, the legend. Kind of. Some people do. But, I like this character. This character's badass. He's crazy. He's insane. He's a savage. And his charisma is good. Gotta give credit where credit's due. It's freaking awesome. And everything all around. And his relationship with Nick and all that. Freaking good. I like that. They both worked very well together. And there was just so many more beautiful things you could do with that character on all kinds of speakable situations. However, season 8.
You stayed at the ranch because you love me.
That's why he's at number 5. Because they essentially butchered his character. Pretty much. They not only resurrected him, because he was dead in season 3. Let's all be thanks. Quit trying to make up bullshit excuses of him making that out. Ain't no freaking way he would have made out. No goddamn way whatsoever.
You had no right.
I had every right.
He was hit twice.
I had every right.
Right in the head.
Home, and you gave me
by
that right.
sledgehammer.
You allowed me to run. I'd do it all again.
You had the dam falling on him.
All of it, Madison.
on top of the water,
You would,
rushing
'cause you
in,
understand,
on
and
him
you
being
see
unconscious, him not even moving, not showing any signs of life at all. So if it wasn't the hits that had killed him, which I'm sure it probably did, it was the dam and then the water rushing in to guarantee it. So his character was dead 110%. Nothing around it. I don't want to hear no bullshit excuses of him. You know what I mean? They resurrected him. Period. They went around the physics and they brought him back anyway. And why? Because they wanted ratings. Did they get him? Not really. So, which I'm not really too shocked. Their ratings were pretty shit. Even with that character back. He had some good moments, but honestly, it was just trash. Honestly, and they gave him another shit death. I prefer his season 3 death. I thought he went out more of a badass in that way. Getting beaten, just taking it like a man, and then just going down. I thought that was a better death than getting killed by Madison, stabbed in the guts with Alicia's arm. I thought that was bullshit, pathetic, and it was just ridiculous. It was stupid, and again, this is why I didn't want the character to come back, because I knew they were going to screw it up, because they always do. That's these idiots. I'm sorry, but they're predictable, and if nobody can predict them, then I don't know what planet you're on. But they're very predictable. They ruin everything they touch, more than they not. You know, but that's why I put him at number 5, because he was, at best, and plus he was barely even on screen to begin with. So what was the point of bringing him back? Let alone did it make any sense. They also cut out a fight scene between him and Luciana's group with Dwight and Sherry and all them there. Totally skipped that part, so you didn't even see a big ass fight scene like that. So very pathetic. So that's why I put him at number 5. He would be higher up if that didn't happen. But unfortunately, that's what happens when you butcher a character or shitty writing. Again, he did okay for what he was given, but it could have been a lot better. So Troy Otto, my number 5. This is where it's going to get very interesting, and this is where I'm curious to see what you guys have to say for these ones. So feel free, again, let me know what you think. Number 4 is going to be Travis. Yeah, you already know. From season 1 through 3, the very beginning of 3. Because he died in the very beginning of 3. Spoiler warning, if anybody didn't know. Which I'm sure you would have by now. Travis' character was really good. I liked his character, especially in season 2. I felt like he really shined in season 2, especially at the very end when he freaking went badass craziness with killing the bad men and all that stuff. I believe when they were going after his son, if I'm not mistaken, or at least his family, at least. And again, a little bit shady, so I apologize. A little bit off. I'm remembering vague moments, but I did enjoy his character. I did, all the way through. There's not really any part of me that didn't enjoy his character. He was fun to watch. He was a very interesting character. And between him and Chris, for sure, they had an interesting connection, you know, that was curious to watch and was curious to see the end. And I just liked his character. His character was good. And he was badass when he needed to be. And yeah, I mean, I just enjoyed his character. It was good. I get it. He wanted to leave, from what I heard. Yeah, he wanted to leave. And he had a shitty death. Yet again, another character that is very good, but yet a shit death. You know, and that's why, and you know, it doesn't make me hate these characters. It's just like, really? These are beautiful, awesome characters, and they shouldn't die in such a shit way. You know what I mean? They should get a way better death than that. But Travis is my number 4 spot. Coming at number 3, you may agree to disagree. Some people are not fans of this character. Some are. Really hard to depend. It's all depend on your taste. I respect anybody's for which your taste is in. Number 3 is going to be Morgan. he is my number 3. You might be curious, like, wait, he's not at the top? He would be for me, because this character is like one of the best characters ever, in my opinion, of course. And now I'm not saying, I said one of, so hence why I didn't say the best. He's one of the best. In the one just craziness, his awesomeness, his huge development of character, going from the very beginning of The Walking Dead all the way to now. I mean,
you should just go.
Just all around.
No.
I really enjoyed his character so much, and he's had more good than bad. But I put him just a smidge lower because he did have some cringe. He did have some seasons, especially on Fear mainly.
Just go.
Where just wasn't the biggest fan of it. But he still found ways to make it interesting. He still found ways to keep me interested, and he still found ways to keep me rolling. But again, he was not flawless. He had some errors, and those errors kind of brought him down a bit, a little bit. Not much, but a little bit. I just love his character. You know, his famous for being the all kill Morgan, you know what I mean? You know, no one's dead until they're dead type of thing, you know. And his craziness where he went insane and just killed everybody clear. His clear mode, his clear mode was fucking awesome. I loved it so much. You know, I did get a little swish-washy in season 8. I can respect other people's opinions on that one. There was times I liked it, so I mean it was iffy. But I just loved his character duels and everything like that. You know, with Rick and with Carol and all that. It was just so good. And that's why I put him at number 3. He's a big ass character. Again, here's what your top 3 is. We're gonna get into some last 2 here, so be very curious to see what your guys' reactions will be to these 2, and what your top 10 is for sure. So here we go. So number 2 is gonna be Nick Clark. Yes, sir. My man Nick. He's pretty much at the top, practically. You might be very curious on who the last one is. We'll get to him in a second. But Nick, such an amazing character. I loved him from the very start, where he freaking ran the shit down that street, man. I said, fuck this shit. You know what I mean? Just such an enjoyable character. He was so interesting. He was so mind grasping. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see more. And just so intriguing. I mean, it just was so interesting. And again, the main thing with him and Troy, big character situation there. You know, the friendship / I would almost say, you know, togetherness, essentially, because I'm pretty sure that's what it was going to be, which is perfectly fine. But I mean, it was just perfect. It's done all well together. That's one of those gay relationships where I actually wouldn't have minded, honestly, just because of how well those characters work. You know what I mean? If it actually would have went somewhere, I would have been fine with it. I've been curious to see how many other people would have been, but you know, but yeah, this character was just freaking awesome. And again, shit death. Shitty death. I would have preferred him dying in the dam. We were just gonna kill him off like that. Oh my god. Shitty character named Charlie, you already know, from top 5 worst. And I still wholeheartedly am with that. Killing my man right here. Unreal. But the good thing is, they didn't really butcher his character. His character pretty much stayed 100% flawless, at least in Dave Erickson's genre, all the way through, from the beginning to the end. So that's the good thing there. So I have to give credit where credit's due. Again, his character's awesome. So I'm curious where you guys put him on your guys' list. But yeah, he's number 2 for me. Very good character. Loved him. Coming at number 1, the man himself. This was I had to really think about this one again. But I was pretty confident to put him at number 1 because I just loved his character so much. And I've enjoyed where he was at in The Walking Dead and where he's at now. Dwight. You already know. I put him at number 1. His acting, freaking awesome. The actor does a freaking phenomenal job. He puts 110% into the shit, no matter what. Obviously, Morgan does too. Much respect. But puts 110% no matter how bad it is. I gotta give credit where credit's due. Again, you put your effort into it, it actually adds more substance to it, even if it is bad. And even on those episodes, I still enjoyed his character. And he was pretty much flawless all the way through. He did have some episodes, like episode 10 there, where a little bit on the side. I wasn't the biggest fan of it, but pretty much every episode that he was hardcore, badass, savage. I mean, he just was an enjoyable character all around. And I loved the Sherry and Dwight relationship. I really did. I liked it so much, and I liked how they fixed it in the end there. That was great. That made me happy. And I just thought they did his character very well. Again, pretty much flawless. I would say 99 to 98% at worst case scenario, flawless, pretty much. Like I said, which is shocking to say because those dweebs fuck up everything they touch. And surprisingly, they kept his story interesting and good to the point where I actually enjoyed it. More than not. And one of the only 2 episodes that I liked in season 7 were with Dwight and Sherry. And everything else was dog shit, pretty much. So yeah, so he's my number 1. He's my top man right there in Fear and The Walking Dead. Again, liked the relationship with Dwight and Sherry. Liked their connection, their working with team togetherness, and everything he did. Him trying to be better than what he was before, him trying to fix it, him trying to be the better person, you name it. It was just beautiful. So, that is my top 10 best Fear the Walking Dead characters, at least in my opinion. I'm curious what your guys' is. Let me know in the comment section below. Hit me up. Feel free. We'll definitely have a conversation down there in the comments. Excuse me. Yeah, definitely let me know what your guys' top 10 is. I'm very curious to know. Again, my opinion. If you don't respect it, you don't respect it. I really don't give a shit. This is how I feel. And if you want to disagree, that's fine. I just don't want people to and I respect yours for whatever yours is. You know what I mean? But honestly, I'm basing on the flawlessness of their writing and how much I enjoyed their character overall, and if they pretty much were really good from beginning to end with their character on screen. You know what I mean? The more flaws the character has, the less that character is going to be in that top 10. You know what I mean? So, you got to put it all together as one. Otherwise, I would disagree with it. So, but anyways, that's my top 10. Let me know what you guys think. Smash a like. I would appreciate it very much. We'll show a lot of support. And we'll get this bad boy rocking and rolling here. And stay tuned for another poll on the next top 5/top 10 for Fear the Walking Dead. We got a lot of other top 5 to top 10 Fear the Walking Dead videos to come for the future. And once we're done with Fear, we're done for good. The only things I may ever potentially come back is Dwight and Sherry returning in the Walking Dead universe, and Morgan, M.O. Those are it. Everybody else, piss on them, honestly. I could give a damn to see him again, really. But yeah, so that is my top 10. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, socials are down below. Check them all out. Subscribe if you guys are new. Hit that like button. I would appreciate it very much. Twitch, second channel, you name it. All that good stuff. And my top 5 worst is also in the description. Link for that down below. So, yeah. So, that's going to do it for today. I hope you guys did enjoy. And it's a long one, but hey, there's a lot to say. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Over is sign out. Peace. Have a good one, guys. Much love. Stay safe.